Welcome students to the class in economics. Today we are starting with a new topic, that is producer equilibrium. A short topic but still important from the theory of producer point of view. So if we talk about producer equilibrium, we say it is the state of maximum profits as obtained by sale of output produced. It means whatever be the number of units in a given period of time or during the course of one given financial or accounting year, if the producer is selling the units and if he is getting the amount of sales and if we subtract it by the concerned amount of cost of production, we will be obtaining the level of profits. So in simple, if we say profit will be equal to total revenue minus total cost. Total revenue we have already seen in the chapter of revenue. Total cost we have seen already in the chapter of cost. So again, if we say the amount of profit that we can obtain by the difference of total revenue and total cost. Now, the state of producer equilibrium or maximum profit can only be achieved by the maximization of this difference. As large the difference will be, as maximum the profit will be. So we say the producer equilibrium is the state of maximum profit that is achieved by the sale of various units of output produced by a producer during the course of given financial year. Now, to verify the equilibrium, we have two approaches. It means if we talk about two approaches for equilibrium, one is total revenue, total cost approach. One is marginal revenue, marginal cost approach. Since the first approach is not in the course of CBSE, we are going to undertake the second approach, marginal revenue and marginal cost approach, as provided in the CBSE course curriculum. So, we are going to see the marginal revenue, marginal cost approach from the viewpoint of perfect competition market. As we told you earlier, the perfect competition market is a form of market where there are very large number of buyers and sellers. Each seller is selling homogeneous product at very uniform price or at the same price level. So, if we are concerned with the equilibrium under, we are consider state of profit maximization under marginal revenue, marginal cost approach using perfect competition market. We just need to follow two essential conditions. It means two conditions are required to be fulfilled. One, MR must be equal to MC. Since we are using the marginal revenue, marginal cost approach, the very first condition that we need to go for, that MR must be equal to MC. Then we can say marginal cost must cut marginal revenue from below and must be rising. Now, both the conditions must be essentially to be fulfilled. Since one single condition will not let the producer be in equilibrium. Why so? We can prove by way of diagram as well as schedule. Now, if we produce the diagram, we know that in perfect competition market, average revenue is equal to marginal revenue that we have seen in the chapter revenue. Now, if we talk about marginal cost curve, this is the marginal cost curve that we have seen in the chapter of cost. Now we see at 2 points MR is being cut by MC, where let's make it as A and B. So at point A and at point B, we can say MR becomes equal to MC, MR becomes equal to MC. It means the first condition is being fulfilled in 2 areas A and B. That's why I told you only one condition fulfillment is not essential for profit maximization. It means we just need to take care of the second condition also, that MC cut MR from below. Means when marginal cost was falling and then about to rise, and when it is being rising and cutting the MR from below, it means at this level we can say the producer equilibrium will achieve. So our 2 conditions lies, MR must be equal to MC and MC must cut MR from below and rise. It means the producer will not be willing to produce more beyond the level of B, neither he will stop his production before the level of B, since at this level of production he is having the higher amount of profit and the profit will keep on rising, and he will stop at the point of B, because this will be the stage where he will be having the maximum level of profit. Now we are going to produce this equilibrium approach via table also, since figures is everything. So we can express this equilibrium that we have made in a diagrammatic form through a schedule also. So with the help of a schedule we can say, first of all, units sold we need to produce. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We can say at a price, say 10, 10, 10. Since we told you that in perfect competition market, the units sold will at the price will be same. The price are same, so we can say this will be average revenue and this will only be the margin revenue. Right? And we see in this diagram that average revenue will be equal to margin revenue in the perfect competitive market. Now, if we talk about marginal cost, since initially it is falling and thereafter it rises, so we can take it as 12, 10, 7, and then we can make it to start rising 9, 10, 12, and 15. Now we can derive the total revenue, total cost, and the scale of profit which we can achieve by the difference of total revenue, total cost. So, the first and foremost, total revenue will be 10 into 1. You can multiply, you can sum. You will be getting the total amount of revenue. As we told you earlier in the chapter of revenue, the total revenue is the summation of marginal revenue, or total revenue can be achieved by average revenue price multiplied by the number of units sold. With respect to total cost, we can just add the marginal cost, and there is no fixed cost, so we can assume all the variable costs as total cost. So here we go, 12 plus 10, 22 plus 10, 29, then 37, 46, 56, then 68, then 83. Now we just need to see first condition was MR equals to MC. So at second unit we are having MR equals to MC. MR was equal to MC at another point. It means at sixth unit we are having MR equals to MC more. Now we just need to find out at which stage the profit will be maximum. So 10 minus 12 is minus 2, 20 minus 22 is minus 2, then 1, then 3, then 4, 4, 2, minus 3. It means if we judge the scale of profit at second unit and at sixth unit, we can say we can derive the maximum profit when when the producer is selling the 6th unit. It means he will stop the production beyond 7 units because the 7 unit is decreasing his level of profit given to losses, and he will not stop the production of units before the level of 6 units. Since at 3rd unit, 4th unit, 5th unit his profit was keep on rising, and they were at 4, and it means this was the state where he was receiving maximum profit. So students, this is basically the producer equilibrium that we have undertaken with you with respect to perfect competitive market, with respect to marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. Now, if I give you a glimpse of producer equilibrium in other market form also, although they are not in course, but still for the sake of your knowledge we can provide you YS. It means both the condition will be same, means MR will be equal to MC and MC will cut MR from below and rising. It means now we can say in monopolistic or monopoly competition, in both cases the average revenue curve and margin revenue curve are falling or downward sloping, we can say. So here if we need to obtain the equilibrium level, we just need to follow the same path of equilibrium approach. It means MC must cut MR, or we can say MC MR becomes equal to MC. Again at this 2 point, MR and MC are equal. But we can say MC must cut MR from below and rising. So in either way, in monopolistic competition or monopoly, in both cases the condition will remain same as we have seen in perfect competition. Fine. So this is the chapter producer equilibrium that we have taken, students. It is a small topic, again wider topic, but before that we just need to understand the meaning of total revenue and total cost. Marginal revenue, marginal cost. Fine. So thank you so much for attending the session of our lecture. We wish to bring you the upcoming chapter of supply very soon. So thank you so much. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay alive. Thank you so much.